Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I am back with another video. So you can probably tell by the title, but I'm in the process of moving and getting my beauty room together. So I just figured this would be a good opportunity to show you guys my perfume collection. For the rest of the video, I'm not gonna be on camera. I just figured it would be easier to kind of show you guys my collection that way. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with Flower Bomb Nectar. So y'all, let me tell y'all about this perfume right here. This perfume is one of my absolute favorites out of my collection. It's just so sweet. There's a note of gunmetal in here, which makes it so unique. You can really smell the gunmetal, but it's not overpowering. You kind of get that metallic-y kind of smell in the background, but this just reminds me of the Fun Dip powder. This is a very sexy perfume. It's ultra feminine, perfect for date night, perfect for nighttime wear. But I wear this whenever I feel like it because I love it that much. That gunpowder note in here just really sets this off. Like, that is what makes this so unique. Let's talk about Holiday by House of Sillage next. This was my first niche perfume, and the presentation that this came in was everything. The box was gorgeous. It was well secured. It even came with like a cleansing cloth so you can like take care of the lid. But this was such a good experience. If you have not ordered from House of Sillage, I definitely recommend that you order from them when they're doing a sale, because the experience that you get from the packaging and the note card and everything like that, it's top tier. So I don't really reach for this perfume that often because I don't know, it's just not something that I just choose to wear. But I really do love this fragrance. It just reminds me of Christmas time. The name Holiday, in my opinion, is the perfect name for this because it just takes me back to the time where you're a kid and you're putting up the Christmas tree. You have that smell of pine in the background. Like, this perfume is so nostalgic to me. I absolutely love this. Guerlain Mon Guerlain. Y'all, this is such a feminine fragrance. I love this fragrance. This is perfect for the warmer weather months. You can even get away with wearing this in the cooler weather months. This perfume is just so calming, and I think it's because it has a note of lavender in there. If you like YSL Leave, the original version, I definitely think you would like this. They're not similar at all, but they kind of have the same vibe. And I think that's because of the lavender note in here. But if you like lavender in your perfume and you like floral notes in your perfume, I definitely think you would like this. This is ultra feminine. It's pretty. This is such a good fragrance. Prada Paradox. Y'all, this is such an easy grab. This smells so good. You can wear this for any occasion. I just love this perfume so much. I think this is the 1 ounce bottle. And honestly, I should have got this in the biggest size because this is a perfume I had to tell myself to stop reaching for so much. If you have Donna Born in Roma, the original version, it is definitely reminiscent of that. I think the original Donna Born in Roma has a note of black currant in there. This doesn't have any black currant in it, I don't think. So I think that is one difference between the two, but they do smell similar and they kind of give off the same vibe. And one thing about Prada Paradox is that this is very long lasting, and the sillage on this is everything. People will definitely smell this on you. And this bottle is everything. Valentino Coral Fantasy. You guys, this came out, I think, last year around the springtime, I think. And this is already almost gone. When I first got this perfume, I was spraying it so much. I had to tell myself to stop spraying this so much. This is the 1 ounce size. And once I got my nose on this, I realized that I should have went ahead and got a bigger size bottle because I just love this fragrance. Like, it's very citrusy. You guys have not got your nose on Coral Fantasy. You need to. I love this perfume. It's fruity, it's sweet, it's feminine, it's fun, it's flirty. Like, this just smells so good. It kind of reminds me of Eden Juicy Apple by Kayali, and I think it's because of the youthfulness that this has behind it. YSL Leave Intense, y'all. This is my baby right here. I love this perfume. If you've been on my channel before, you know that I love orange blossom. I love vanilla. This is an orange blossom bomb. There's some vanilla in here. There's lavender in here. I love lavender in my perfumes because it kind of gives it that calming effect. Y'all, look at that dent. This is another bottle that I got a smaller size in, and I realized when it was too late that I probably should have got a bigger size. But when I run out of this, I will definitely be repurchasing this for the fall and winter months because this is definitely a must have. I like this one better than the original Leave. House of Sillage Benevolence. Y'all, this is another cupcake in my collection. This is my second and last cupcake that I have right now. This is another orange blossom heavy fragrance. I think there's some vanilla in here, some white florals. This kind of reminds me of Killian Love Don't Be Shy, but I think this is a more syrupy version of Love Don't Be Shy. I feel like Killian's Love Don't Be Shy is a little more airy and a little more sugar sweet. This is still giving that sugar sweet kind of vibe, but it's more of a syrupy sugar sweet, if that makes sense. I love this fragrance. And y'all, I feel like I'm going to say that about every single fragrance, but if I have it in my collection, I obviously like it. But this one right here is so good. This lasts on your skin for a moderate amount of time. But if you spray this on your clothes, it will last even longer. People will definitely smell this on you. You will get compliments with this. This is another one of those crowd pleasing kind of scents. So, since we brought Love Don't Be Shy up after talking about benevolence, we can just talk about this beauty next. Y'all, this is Rihanna's signature scent. This perfume smells so good. This is another favorite out of my entire perfume collection. This is another easy grab. I have to tell myself to stop spraying this so much. This is a pretty penny, but it smells so good. It lasts a decent amount of time. The $265 for this is absolutely worth it. It's so luxurious. I love the simplicity of the bottle. I love this so much. I'm thinking about getting the Love Don't Be Shy by Killian hair perfume because this will just be perfect to wear with that. Burberry Hair is another sugar sweet fragrance that I have in my collection. I love this perfume. You can tell by the dent. Just like Prada Paradox, this is such an easy grab, especially in the cooler weather months. There's some strawberry notes in here. I think some raspberries. This is a really good girly, ultra feminine fragrance. So if that's your vibe, I highly recommend you check this one out if you haven't already. The Queen, Delena Exclusive. Y'all, this perfume is so good. This, like, I'm just speechless when I talk about this perfume. I actually did my first YouTube video ever talking about Delena Exclusive. This is my baby. That's my baby. That's my first YouTube video ever. And it's just crazy to think like how far I've come. I think I'm about 4 months in on YouTube, so I'm still really new. And I'm almost at my next milestone of 500 subscribers. Y'all mean so much to me, you don't even understand. This is a very vanilla, rose, sexy scent. I haven't got my nose on the original Delena, but Delena Exclusive is everything to me. I absolutely love this fragrance. Valentino Born in Roma Intense. Y'all, this is brand new to my collection. I just decided I was going to buy the full-size bottle yesterday. I'm going to be doing a review about this, so I'm not going to talk about this too much. But obviously, I really like this perfume because I bought a full-size bottle and added it to my collection. This perfume right here is so good, and I'm just going to leave it at that because I want you guys to check out the review that I have for this. If it's out already, I'll have it linked down in the description box down below, or it'll pop up somewhere on the screens. Eden Juicy Apple 01 by Kayali. This is the mini size, but I wanted to talk about this because this fragrance makes me so happy. Do you guys have that one fragrance that just makes you smile whenever you spray it? This is that for me. If I could compare this to a Bath and Body Works spray, I would say that this reminds me of Winter Candy Apple, but this one is so much better than that. One thing that I don't like about this perfume is that this does not last a long time at all. Princess by Killian. Ooh, y'all, I am so sorry about my voice. My nose is stopped up a little bit and I'm like dealing with some sinus issues. So please hang in there with me. But this is Princess by Killian. This is a green tea marshmallowy fragrance. This perfume smells like something that a princess would wear. If y'all have seen Princess Diaries, like I feel like this is what the Princess of Genovia would be wearing. It's a green tea marshmallowy fragrance. This is also a really common fragrance, and I think it's because of that green tea note in here. So if you like green tea in your fragrances, I definitely think you should get your nose on this. This is a sweeter green tea kind of fragrance, and I think that marshmallow kind of helps it get to that point. There's also a note of ginger in here. This is another easy grab. It lasts on your skin a moderate amount of time. People will also smell this on you, and this is also another perfume you will get compliments on. Mon Paris by YSL. Y'all, when I first smelled this perfume, I fell in love, but for some reason, I do not reach for this. And I think that's because this perfume is so sharp. And because this perfume is so sharp, it's a little bit of headache inducing for me. So I feel like that's why I don't reach for it that much. But this bottle is beautiful. I love this fragrance. This is perfect to wear to work. This is perfect to run errands in. But like I said, this is just a very sharp, floral, fruity kind of fragrance. So I don't really reach for this as much. Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. This perfume is another one that makes me so happy. This is a jammy rose scent. There is some pink pepper in here, so it is a little spicy. The performance is a 10 out of 10. Sillage is a 10 out of 10. This is one of my favorite rose fragrances. This is such a unique rose. This is another Kayali fragrance, and this one is called Invite Only Amber 23. This is one of the more unique perfumes in my collection. There's some tobacco leaf in here, some chocolate. This is a very gourmand perfume. To my nose, I get a lot of the tobacco leaf and I get a lot of the chocolate. This is one of the more masculine leaning scents in my collection, and I do love it on its own, but I think I prefer it when I pair it with Kayali Vanilla 28. It just kind of sweetens it up a little bit and makes it lean just a tad more feminine. Invite Only is such a mysterious perfume to me. When I wear this perfume and when I think about this perfume, I just imagine a masquerade ball. This is a very mysterious, sexy, grown perfume. Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli. I am obsessed with this fragrance. I did a first impressions / review on my channel when this first came out, and I'll link it down below in case you want to watch it, but I was literally shook when I first smelled this. I love patchouli in my fragrances. So when I heard that there was a sugared patchouli note, it really intrigued me because I have never heard of sugared patchouli being a note in a fragrance, but you can definitely smell the patchouli in here, but it's not like a dirty kind of patchouli. It's like what it says. It's like a sugared patchouli. This is a perfect nighttime fragrance in my opinion. I don't think that I would wear this during the day, but I kind of reach for this more if I'm going to dinner or if I'm just going out. This is giving me those kind of vibes. So this perfume is one that I wore so much in the October, November months because this reminds me so much of Thanksgiving for some reason. This is such a gourmand cherry fragrance. There's some cinnamon in here. I think there's some Palo Santo, some raspberry, some praline, and some patchouli. This fragrance is such a good fragrance. It smells just like a cherry pie, fresh out of the oven. Like, one thing that I don't like about this is the lasting power. This is another fragrance similar to Eden Apple. It just doesn't last a long time, but y'all, I do not care. This perfume is so good and it makes me so happy whenever I spray this. The Vanilla Queen, Kayali Vanilla 28. This is a brown sugar vanilla extract fragrance. This is perfect for layering. I'm sure you guys already know all about Kayali Vanilla 28, so I won't spend too much longer on this. But this is a perfect vanilla fragrance that you can layer with just about anything. So this is YSL Leave, the EDP version, and this is just a lighter version of Leave Intense. This is more heavy on the lavender to my nose. So if you enjoy lavender and you really like that in your fragrances, I definitely think this would be the fragrance for you. I will say that this one leans a little more masculine in my opinion than the Leave Intense, but I really like this fragrance and I also like to layer it with Leave Intense and I also like to layer it with Kayali Vanilla 28. And I think this is a good perfume to have in your collection. This is Twilly Eau Poivre. This is the one with the pink pepper note. I don't reach for this as much as you can tell. I will say that in my opinion, this is a little more of a mature fragrance. And I think it's because the pink pepper in here is a little heavy. But this is a beautiful rosy pink pepper fragrance. It's very feminine. And with the right outfit and for the right occasion, I will definitely wear this. Ammo Ferragamo, the holiday edition. So you guys, this is another unique fragrance in my collection. I think there's a note of rosemary in here. And this is a very aromatic perfume. I love this perfume. It reminds me of a creamsicle with a hint of rosemary. Again, this is so unique. This is perfect to wear around the holiday time because it comes off a little festive. And I think it's because of the rosemary in here. Ariana Grande Cloud, y'all. This perfume is almost gone. This is such an easy grab for me. I wear this a lot to work. I wear this just to run errands. This is a very sweet, fluffy perfume. I think the name Cloud describes it perfectly because it's a very soft, sweet, feminine, airy perfume. This does smell similar to Baccarat Rouge 540, but in my opinion, Baccarat Rouge 540 is more woody and it comes off a little more woody on my skin. Ariana Grande Cloud comes off a little more sweeter on my skin. So I actually prefer this one. When I run out of this, I will definitely be getting another full-size bottle, but I'll probably get the 3-ounce bottle. The original Flower Bomb by Viktor and Ralph. This is a staple to have in your collection if you like sweet floral fragrances. This is definitely a crowd-pleasing scent. People will smell this on you. You will get tons of compliments. This perfume is so good, but they do have Flower Bomb Nectar that I talked about earlier that I like a little bit more. So once I got my hands on Flower Bomb Nectar, I started to reach for that more than I reached for the original Flower Bomb. But this is another sexy nighttime fragrance. This is just perfect for the warmer weather months. But I do think you could get away with wearing this in the spring and summertime. Dior Hypnotic Poison smells just like vanilla Coca-Cola to me. It's fizzy. There's a ton of vanilla in here. This is perfect for nighttime, perfect for the fall and winter months. Y'all, this perfume is a must have. This is a compliment getter. This is a staple to have in your collection, especially if you like vanilla heavy fragrances. This is something that you absolutely need. Angel Share by Kilian is one of my favorite fragrances out of my entire collection. I love the overdose of cinnamon in here. It's boozy. There's some vanilla. This is a unisex scent. I love to wear this by itself, but I love to pair this with Kayali Vanilla 28. This reminds me of candied sweet potatoes, and it also reminds me of Thanksgiving. Like, I don't know. I love this perfume. Daisy Marc Jacobs Oh So Intense. So this is a perfume that I don't really reach for a lot, and I think it's just because we're in the colder weather months. I think I'll start reaching for this more when it starts to warm up a little bit. But this is a fresh, kind of sweet fragrance. It's fresh, but at the same time, it's still warm. So I feel like you can get away with wearing this in the cooler weather months, but I think this will perform better in the warmer months. Vanilla Bourbon by Mixbar is kind of like a Kayali Vanilla 28 dupe to me. It's really heavy on the vanilla. You do get a little bit of booziness. Kayali Vanilla 28 is more heavy on the brown sugar. It's more sweet. But if you're looking for kind of the same vibe as Kayali Vanilla 28 and you don't want to spend as much money on Kayali Vanilla 28, I definitely think this is a good alternative because it gives you that same vibe while not breaking the bank. Good Girl Supreme is that girl. Love this bottle. This is so feminine. It's sexy, perfect for nighttime, perfect to wear in the fall and winter months. I think there's some forest fruit notes in here, which I really love because you really get the smells of the different kind of dark berries in here. This is such a pretty fragrance. I absolutely adore this fragrance. This is another easy grab for me. If I'm going out to dinner or if I'm just going out, this is one that I reach for most of the time just because it's something about those dark fruit notes that I love. If you have not got your nose on Good Girl Supreme, I highly recommend that you do. Whenever I run out of this, I will be repurchasing this because I love it that much. Juliet has a gun, not a perfume. So you guys, this is a perfume in my collection that I just don't reach for at all. This perfume is full. I probably only wore this about 3 times. It just doesn't smell like anything to me. A couple people suggested that I kind of layer it with other fragrances and use it as an amplifier. So I'm going to go ahead and try that out and see how I feel about it. But yeah, I just don't reach for this. Um, it doesn't smell like anything on its own to me. When I spray it on my skin, I kind of get a little bit of a woody sweetness kind of vibe, but nothing that you can really smell, if that makes sense. Zara Fashionably London. Y'all, this is another sharp, headache inducing perfume for me. It's just not my vibe. When I first got my nose on this, I was just hit in the face with all the rose, and it was just so strong and it doesn't come off of your skin. This perfume lasts such a long time. I was washing my arm and this would not come off. So Gucci Bamboo was one of the first perfumes in my perfume collection. So I'm really sentimental about this perfume. This is a very fresh and clean perfume. It's safe to wear to work. It's safe just to run errands in, or it's safe if you're going to be around somebody and you know they're sensitive to perfumes. This is a very safe wear and it's an easy grab. You can tell I have used so much of this But I will say that when this is gone, I will probably not be repurchasing. I think I will probably just replace it with something else. It's a very clean, fresh, your skin but better scent. So if that's your vibe, definitely give this a try. Amazing Margiela Matcha Meditation. Y'all, this perfume is so calming. I love to wear this fragrance when I'm going to bed, when I'm fresh out of the shower. This is just such a calming scent. Like, I don't know what it is. I think just like Killian Princess, it's just that green tea note that makes it so calming. There's also a white chocolate note in here, which just makes it so creamy. I love this fragrance. I had to tell myself to stop spraying this so much because, again, this is not a cheap perfume. And this is definitely one that I will be repurchasing when I run out because I just love it so much. Eyelash by Billie Eilish is a celebrity fragrance that I am absolutely obsessed with. This is probably another fragrance that I will repurchase when this is gone. This is a vanilla scent, but it's not overly sweet. I feel like there's some woody notes in here. It's spicy. This is just such a unique celebrity fragrance. It's affordable. It lasts a decent amount of time. You just can't go wrong with this perfume. So this is a Zara perfume that I really enjoy, and this is Gourmand Addict, and this is another fragrance that I like to wear to bed. It's a very sweet fragrance. I feel like there might be some notes of vanilla in here, maybe some white florals. This is a very fresh fragrance in my opinion. I wouldn't describe this as a warm and sexy fragrance. I definitely think that you can get away with wearing this for like a date night or for a night out. But if you do that, I would probably layer this with Kayali Vanilla 28 just to add a little more depth to it. This perfume is kind of one dimensional. It's a little simple, but it's a very easy grab, crowd pleasing scent that I think a lot of people will enjoy. And it's also very affordable. Fenty Eau de Parfum is another perfume in my collection that I really enjoy. This is another easy grab. If I'm going out, if I'm going on a date, this is one of those perfumes that I reach for or that I think about wearing. There's a blueberry note in here that just makes this so unique. I have never smelled blueberry in my fragrances, but to my nose, that is the most prominent note in the opening. Flower Bomb Midnight. This is another sexy fragrance. There's some pomegranate in here, which you can definitely smell. It's so sweet. It definitely has that Flower Bomb DNA, but this is a more deeper, darker, more mature, sexier version of the original Flower Bomb and even Flower Bomb Nectar. How I would describe Flower Bomb Midnight in comparison to the other Flower Bombs is that this is the more risky older sister. Look how cute this bottle is, you guys. This is Mochino Toy number 2. This is a very fresh, bubblegummy kind of scent. This smells just like Hubba Bubble bubble gum. I also feel like there may be a note of cherry in here because in the opening, I feel like you get this very fresh cherry kind of scent. And then once it dries down, it turns into like an exact replica of the Hubba Bubba bubblegum scent. This is Miss Dior and this is the EDT version, and this was a perfume that I wore so much when I first got this, but after a while I kind of just stopped reaching for it. I don't know, maybe I got tired of it, but originally I wanted the EDP version, but I got the EDT version by mistake. But I just decided to go ahead and keep it because I do enjoy how this one smells as well. But once this runs out, I do think I'm going to go ahead and replace this with the Miss Dior EDP. Or I may even go ahead and get that one before I run out of this one because that's the one that I wanted anyway. I feel like this one is more lighter and I think the notes are a little different. But Mugler Angel Nova is a really pretty raspberry scent. This is perfect to wear straight out of the shower. This is perfect for the spring and summer months coming up. Y'all, this is just a raspberry overload. If you like fruity, fresh fragrances, this is definitely up your alley. I reach for this a lot during the warm weather months, so I would imagine that I will be wearing this more once it starts warming up a little bit. But yeah, this is a really good fragrance and I really like this one. Beyond Romance by Ralph Lauren. Y'all, I love this perfume so much. This is reminiscent of Burberry Hair, but I feel like this is more powdery than Burberry Hair. If you know what Burberry Her smells like, this is the same exact vibe. This is just more powdery. It's more airy. It's not as syrupy sweet as Burberry Her. So if Burberry Her is too overwhelming for you, I think this might be one that you can try next to see if you vibe with a little bit more, because it smells so similar to Burberry Her. It's just more powdery. It's more light, but it's still giving the same vibe. Casa Blanca by Swiss Arabian. Y'all, I'm not going to talk about this too much because I do plan to do a review on this on my channel, but this is another fragrance that I really enjoy. This is a gourmand fragrance. Stay tuned for a full review on this fragrance. Ooh, y'all, Choco Must by Al Rehab. Y'all, this perfume smells like the Swiss Miss hot chocolates. So I won't talk too much about this one again because I am going to be doing a full review on this on my channel. So if you want to hear more about this fragrance and what I think of it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue was a fragrance that I was obsessed with at one point in my perfume journey. This is a very lemony, almost kind of like Lysol-y kind of fragrance. This is just not my vibe anymore. Like, I still enjoy fresh perfumes, but this is just a little bit too fresh for me. It's kind of fresh to the point where it smells like cleaning products, but again, I really enjoy this perfume and I think I will probably be reaching for this when it starts to warm up a little bit. Jean Paul Gaultier Classique. This is a sexy, boozy, powdery, ultra feminine perfume. This perfume just reminds me of something that a Marilyn Monroe would wear. To my nose, this is a very vintage smelling perfume, but it doesn't smell like an old perfume, if that makes sense. This is vintage, but it still has a modern quality about it. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it all the way towards the end. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below so we can get to know each other, and give this video a thumbs up. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.